as it pertains to resourcing is really a man-woman plus machine. People who don't
Mm,
use AI will be replaced by people who know how to program AI because AI's AI's greatest threat is the ability to outreact and outclass human nature. And those are too big when you talk about the ability to outreact you and
mm,
outclass meaning the finish that it can help put on stuff. So I mean that's the future. That's why it's incumbent upon everyone to understand in their respective discipline how to program on top of these tools to accelerate what they already know and what they are already doing.
mm,
I do believe in a startup world, people can bridge the early gap of not having to over resource and hire by using AI tools to get them off the ground foundationally. So if you were to say, hey, a startup has to hire these three people in the first 90 days to really set the business trajectory up, you could use AI tools that maybe buy you time. Maybe it buys
mm,
you an entire quarter. Maybe it buys you 6 months. I do know it's going to get to the point where you have to have human to human interaction and contact, but the ability to bring up the baseline and let high level intellect be pushed up to the top and it sits underneath you is going to be the model. I think what people are noodling with is what does that look like? You got to remember the average person produces average to mediocre work. The average
yeah.
person does not produce stellar work, which means the threat of the machines is imminent for over half the populace who does more traditional white collar jobs. It's a
Mm,
little harder for blue
mm,
collar. It can't replace the person necessarily at retail serving food or
mm,
the person at a dealership who's administering a test drive. But when you start to look at a lot of the other jobs that are very much sitting on keys and computers terminals, the ability of changing their day is imminent. I think human nature is not trying to sunset people because it would be very unpopular, but it's very real. It's why leadership is already flirting with AI tools and already knows its staff, by and large, has to be completely reskilled. People need not to delusion themselves. Leadership of the average organization knows their staffing needs to be reskilled in the AI world. What they're trying to do is strike a balance between not being the organization that's like anti-people, but move into a world of automation that saves them money, gives them efficiency, accelerates the agenda, allows them to be competitive,
mm-hmm.
collapse the reliance on resourcing, and make margins. But as you can see, that's a very complex formula to sort of straddle and have to figure out, and everyone hasn't done that.